I love Metaphor ReFantazio. If you ask me, it's the best JRPG ever made, and you should ask me, given that I exclusively play the JRPG genre to survive. If I could not sniff out quality role-playing games to entertain my fans, I would surely have starved by now. Luckily, I haven't, which means based on this simple formula, I must be somewhat qualified to speak on said topic. But what makes Metaphor ReFantazio so great? Put simply, it's the characters, mainly your party members. This is nothing new for the genre, of course. After all, why would you play a JRPG if the supporting characters were total jerks? You wouldn't. That being said, if you ask me, and you should, who the best character in Metaphor ReFantazio is, well, it would easily be Junah Cygnus, aka Lady Junah. She stands out from the rest of the cast in such a strange and captivating way, I just had to put into words. So I did. Recently, Atlas West held a popularity poll, and shockingly, Junah ranked the lowest out of the main combat party members. This surprised me, but it's not like I'm upset or anything. I'm just a tad bit concerned. Am I out of touch with the popular sentiment? Or are people missing some of the nuanced elements of her storytelling, which are admittedly easily missed if players aren't frequently reading between her lines to uncover her true self? Does that sound like a lot of work? Well, you're in luck, because I did all that for you. Here are my findings. Enjoy! So let's start at the very beginning. Oh, well, looks like Junah isn't here. So let's skip ahead a little bit further. There we go. Our first shot of the character, if you ignore the box art, which actually might be possible if you purchase the game digitally, is a dark silhouette, when Grius is explaining the antagonist and his entourage. The idea is planted early on that this long-haired lady is an ally to Luis, and by proxy, your adversary. Her face is completely obscured, but it sets the impression that someone with her head shape is a bad person. A preconception that will be challenged repeatedly. After the party clears out the Grand Cathedral and takes down one of Luis' captains, you officially begin the campaign to be the next king of Uchronia. We are serenaded with the first vocal performance of Junah, who enchants the entire kingdom. Even this old fart, gosh, she's good! Sadly, on the road to Martyria, reality sits in. The kingdom's most popular songstress is in fact a member of our adversary's own party. Then the events of the Browhaven soiree conclude, and it's revealed Junah was not, in fact, in love with Luis, and is instead working as a spy to find the cure for the prince's debilitating curse, being the second freedom fighter mentioned at the very start of the game. For those keeping track at home, literally everything in Metaphor is in some way connected to this singular character. Structurally, she is the glue that keeps the game together, having connections to Grius, Luis, the hero, Rella, and I'm sure some other guy I just forgot about. But during each of these encounters, Junah wears a different mask to survive, because for the Nadia people, the world of Metaphor ReFantazio isn't exactly an easy one. The game hammers this ideology home with the symbolism of the Persona Masterclass. Dang, look at all those masks. That's some grade A symbolism. And for the remainder of the game, her role in the story is evergreen. While our party members are seasoned warriors or spellcasters, Junah doesn't really fall into this category. Like at all. But this is absolutely the point. It's practically her catchphrase to say, "Music was the first magic this world ever knew." And really, that is what the game is all about in a nutshell. While not strictly just music, the fact is, stories, song, art does in fact matter. While in the narrative of the game you are attempting to stop a maniacal tyrant from taking the throne, you may think, oh come on man, is this really the time for singing? Of course it is! Fiction matters. It inspires us and keeps us sane in times of strife. This speaks to me, as I'm somewhat of an entertainer myself, albeit one that instead of specializing in singing for an opera house, my discipline of choice is impersonating cartoon characters on the internet.
Peter. Hey, Peter.
But, yeah, the parallels are there. While I'm not necessarily traveling the world and exploring dangerous places in search of the ultimate song, like Junah, she truly speaks to me. When she first joined the party and told the heroes, stating to others that her devotion to a craft might seem foolish to others, for the first time ever, I truly could relate to a fictional character. I love making videos so much. It is my world, but I'm not gonna fight an evil monster over it. That'd be a step too far, but Junah does take that step. And while it may feel like a stretch to some, it's a feeling that's all too relatable to me. In universe, she's loved by an entire kingdom, but in our real world, her popularity might not be on the same level. But if you would ask me, I see the value in her diverse worldview and applaud Atlas and Studio Zero for not shying away making a character whose appeal may be more on the niche side. After all, if everyone was an entertainer or thespian, gosh, nothing would ever get done in society. While not strictly as necessary for a functioning society as banking or sanitation, a fundamental piece of the human condition is the pursuit of arts. So never underestimate a singer, dancer, author, let's player, maybe.
Hey, Peter.
Junah lights a fire in my soul and inspires me to create, and I cannot imagine ReFantazio without her. Also, she's like objectively the best combat unit. Like, let's be serious. Once you have her on the team, there isn't really a reason to take her off. And that'll just about do it for my mini character breakdown for Cygnus from ReFantazio. Tell me, what do you like about Junah? Or do you have a different character you prefer? As always, I love to hear your thoughts. And special thanks to Sega Atlas for sponsoring this video. If you haven't tried ReFantazio, what are you waiting for? There's a free demo you can download right now, and I highly recommend it. Until next time.